Residential areas are often the target. Buildings flattened, civilians killed and injured. Pro-Syrian government forces have been on the offensive into the opposition-held province of Idlib for weeks now. But since fighters from Hayat Tahrir al-Shem shot down a Russian aircraft and killed its pilot, it has escalated. Russian and Syrian aircraft have carried out dozens of airstrikes in a number of towns in the past 48 hours. At least 2 major hospitals have been hit. One of them is now out of service. The assault is being described as one of the fiercest yet. It includes a suspected chlorine attack in the town of Sarakib. Now the Syrian army says it has deployed air defenses and anti-aircraft missiles to the front lines in Aleppo and Idlib to cover the airspace of the north. It says the deployment is a message to everyone.
The S-400 are Russian, and they are controlled by the Russian intelligence, not the Syrian regime. So this is Russia. We need to understand there is an indirect confrontation between the US and Russia. It's dangerous because at the same time Turkey is trying to force its presence in the area.
The deployment of anti-aircraft missiles could also be a message to Turkey. Its planes are using Syrian airspace in its offensive against the Kurdish YPG in Afrin. Turkey had Russian backing to do so, but at the same time, the Syrian government has threatened to shoot down Turkish jets. On the ground, Turkey's army is deployed deep inside Idlib, where it set up posts as part of the Astana de-escalation agreement. Turkish troops are now positioned less than 5 kilometers from pro-Syrian government forces.
The northwestern corner of Syria is now the main battleground. Russia, the United States, Turkey and Iran are the main players. Pro-Syrian government forces want Idlib. Turkey wants to clear Afrin from the YPG. And it's no coincidence that Iran is now calling on Turkey to stop its military operation in Afrin. The players are sending political messages to each other, and it's not the first time they negotiate on the battlefield.
And it's not the first time civilians are the pawns. The other main rebel stronghold in Syria, the Damascus suburb of eastern Ghouta, is also coming under heavy fire. Many civilians have been killed and injured in the besieged area. The United Nations is calling for the fighting throughout Syria to stop for a month to allow aid deliveries and evacuations of the sick and wounded. That call is unlikely to be heeded, at least not until the latest round of negotiations is settled on the ground. Sana Khudr, Al Jazeera, Beirut.